Hey, I was thinking about you and I wanted to share with you 7 mistakes that I absolutely don't want you to do while you're growing your small business. So check this out. Hey, building your small business is tough. I know, I get that. I've been there, I am there, and it's hard to keep up with all the moving pieces and parts sometimes. Grab a piece of paper and a pen and write these things down. I want to talk to you about 7 mistakes that you don't need to make while working in your small business. And I'm coming to you again in the kitchen. Kitchen table conversations, always the best, always the deepest, most impactful conversations. So let's do this. And if this is your first time listening, I'm Joey, aka That Small Biz Guy, and I am on a crusade to help you grow and improve your small biz life. Hey, I'm fortunate that I get to travel around America. I also get to communicate through social media, conventions, trade shows and stuff, and talk to thousands of small business owners, and I get feedback. I really dig in. I really ask a lot of questions. Here's some of the things as I'm talking and discussing these things with small business owners just like yourself that I'm discovering that's being missed. And here's the very first tip. Video is escalating in every social media format that there is. It doesn't matter if it's Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. These social media sites are promoting video content like there is no tomorrow. And if you're not doing video content, you're really missing out on the boat here. Podcasts are incredibly popular right now. I just can't tell you how many new podcasts come out each and every day. One of the things that I see small business owners miss is not doing videos or podcasts because they don't have the perfect setup in order to do it. Don't let the perfect setup hinder you. Hey, look, I have created almost 200 videos on YouTube using nothing more than my smartphone. That is the extent of what I used. I just had the mic that was on it and this smartphone to make these videos. I didn't have anything fancy, any setup. A lot of times I'm simply holding this thing in front of me. You can look back at some of my older videos and it is obvious that that's what I was doing. The other thing is podcast. Now, if you go to anchor.fm, I'll leave a link in the show descriptions for you to find that. But you can do a podcast yourself and post it, and Anchor publishes this thing everywhere. And it's free. I did a majority of my videos and audio editing on Microsoft Movie Maker, a free as bare bones basic editing software as you can get. I'm telling you, I'm here as a living witness from in the trenches that you don't have to have fancy cameras, fancy mics, fancy editing software in order to get your message out. Don't let the lack of quality equipment stop you from getting your message out. That's tip number 1. Tip number 2, a mistake that you don't need to make, and this is a tough one, I know, because I was in the same position before, is the mistake is that you wait too long before you hire help. Now look, help can either be an employee that's on your payroll or a consultant that you've hired outside of your company. There's places that you can hire web designers, graphic designers, you can hire social media marketing firms, you can hire branding companies, you can hire a lot of different people as consultants outside of your business. Hey, maybe you've hired a CPA to do your taxes. That is a consultant, so don't look at consultants in a bad way. They're a great way to help you build and grow your business that can sometimes be a great investment versus an expense. Think of them as an investment. Don't wait too long to do this. You can only wear that hat of every department for so long before you get burnt out or wore out or your customers start to suffer because you're so busy in your business. Hire help, whether it's consultants or employees, quicker than what you think that you're going to need them. Here's another mistake that I see happen way too often, and that's when people fail to hire team members that they think are smarter than themselves. I recently witnessed a leader in a business fail to hire like a rock stinking star because they had the mentality once in the interview that man, I think this person's smarter than I am. If I bring them on, they'll get rid of me and move them into my position. And that is a horrible way to do it. Don't be afraid. Don't have what I like to call the depression mentality. I remember my grandparents were living, they were teenagers and adults during the Depression era. And because there was such a lack of stuff, whatever they had, they felt they had to hold on to it because they can't let anybody else take it away. Don't do that. Have the abundance mentality. Understand that you bring value, that you are smart in what you do, but you need help from others that are smart in what you're not good in. And that way, that grows a great team. Do not be afraid to hire people who are smarter than you. Great business leaders are always looking to surround themselves with great, smart minds. You build your business the same way. The next mistake I see a lot, if not all, small business owners missing. Hopefully you're the one that's watching this, you're doing this, but if you're not, please add this to your list of stuff that you're doing so this isn't a mistake in your business, and that is surveying your customers. And if you have team members, your team members. Look, take the blinders off. You want to fully understand your business. You need to get feedback on what's going on in your business. Am I causing friction? If you are, remove that friction. Think creatively in these surveys. You want to make sure that you're asking good quality questions that you're growing your business from. Get feedback from your customers. If you have this product, but boy, this product tweak I would really like better, get that feedback from your customers and then work to go that path. Be uniquely better everywhere you can, every chance you can, for your team members and for your customers, and this will create great loyalty from both of these, and that's how you grow a great business. So don't make the mistake of not constantly surveying everybody that you interact with. All right, this mistake I see happen way too often. I talked with a struggling business owner in the last month, and they were doing exactly this. So don't make this mistake. Do not have your social media page as a personal page. What I mean is that you didn't set the page up, whether it doesn't matter what social media platform it's on, but you set it up as a business page. You cannot get analytics. You can't dig into your business. You can't add certain add-in apps to social media sites that aren't business pages. So don't make the mistake of creating a social media page and having it as a personal page. Now, if you've done that, if you don't have the option to get analytics from your social media sites, that means you set it up as a personal page. If you want some help, reach out to me and we'll have a side conversation about how you can fix that, what your options are there. Don't have personal pages for your business pages. The next mistake that I see business owners use that is related to social media pages, and I see this one happen it is just so much. It's almost shocking to me. Is that the business owner has allowed maybe a child or a grandchild to run and manage their social media pages because maybe they're thinking this, well, I just don't understand that stuff, so I'm gonna let them do it. I've actually seen a business that was struggling create a social media page, has huge opportunities to grow their business through their social media page. And I'm saying they've only decided on one social media page, had a grandchild running it. The grandchild graduated, went off to college, and the social media ended. So here's a business in 2018 who's struggling in small rural America that now has zero social media interaction with anybody. It's 100% walk-in traffic and they're really struggling. I get it that a family member might understand, and it might be thought that they understand how social media works because maybe they have a Facebook page, maybe they have an Instagram page, but just because that doesn't mean they understand marketing and branding, content creation, and how to get your message out to the masses to help grow your business through customer acquisition efforts. Now, I'm not saying that they can't, but the overwhelming majority really don't understand the 360 of growing your web rooms, growing your social media platforms, and it's costing you business versus growing you business. If you're not looking at those analytics, if they're not helping you with those analytics, then that's a challenge and a mistake that's probably costing you a lot of business. And before we get to the last tip, is this message making sense? I would love to hear comments in the comment section below, or interact with me on Twitter, and you can do that at Joey Peacock on Twitter. I'd love to have a conversation with you there. Also, do you know somebody else, another small business person that you're friends with in your local community that maybe needs to hear this because you think, oh my goodness, I think there's a couple of tips that Joey said on here that I know my buddy's making. It would mean a lot to me if you would take a moment and share this message with them and help them out too. And the last tip is a huge mistake, and I've actually witnessed this destroy a business. Absolutely destroy a business. A good thriving business went out of business because of this. So this is a huge mistake. So really pay attention to this one, because I don't want you to make this same mistake. And that mistake is thinking that what you say and what you post on your personal social media page doesn't affect your business, because I promise you it does. I'm not saying that you can't have opinions about politics or religion or whatever it is that you want to talk about, but just know that when you do that, you're going to cause friction with a lot of people. And if you get into a rampage on your personal pages, people associate that with your business. Be very mindful not to do that. You have to be mindful about your brand. Remember this, you are the brand. It's not your storefront, it's not your building, it's not the products that and it's not the products and services that you're offering your clients. You are the brand. So whatever you do, whatever your position is on stuff, remember there's going to be opposition to that thinking. And if you're publicly promoting that and publicly pushing that out, if you've connected with a lot of people, regardless if you think they're friends or not, if you get on there and you're cussing and ranting and raving, people are going to see you still as your business, and they're going to start disconnecting with you, not only on your social media sites, but pulling back from your business too. I've seen it happen so many times. It's one of the biggest things when I'm interacting with small business owners. That's one of the really top things that I ask. Be very mindful about your personal social media sites is going to influence people and how they do business with you. Huge mistake if you don't monitor that. Look, there's a lot in growing your small business, and I want you to know that my personal mission statement is your success is our business, and I want you to be successful. That's why I've produced hundreds of these videos. I've started podcasts. I'm active in sharing content and help on a lot of social media networks, and I would love for you to connect with me there. There's links for those in this description for this show. If you need help and you think that maybe I can give you a hand, click on the link to the website, scroll down the website, and there's a contact me section. And in that, the actual link is a little small survey. It's only 10 questions. It's real quick. It helps me kind of understand your business and maybe what kind of needs you have. Some information that I can start digging in and possibly how we can give you a hand. So contact me there and let's get together and figure out how to grow and improve your small biz life. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope these help you out. I am really serious about my crusade to help small business owners. I look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, have a great day. Be super successful because you got this. Until then, I'm out of here.